Okay. You're gonna take on your earphones and you're gonna talk into the microphone. Okay?
I'm shy.
Yeah, no one can hear you before you talk into your microphone.
No.
You're gonna talk into the microphone. Close to the microphone.
I'm super close. I think they're gonna see my answer.
That's why we have a microphone you can adjust to.
No, adjust. Speaking of adjust.
Just come a little closer. You're moving out of the camera.
Wait.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to this second episode of the podcast that we have decided to call Makker, because that is a Danish word for partner, and for not partner in marriage, but a partner in a friend, like, and I think also when you're gonna have a partner in marriage, they're also gonna be your friend, right? It's gonna be your best friend. That's important thing. That's the weird thing, that you're gonna have a marriage where the partner is your best friend, and then also more than a friend, right?
Yeah.
That would be a long podcast if you're just gonna say all the time. And if you're facing the camera, it will be a much better podcast. I have found out something today, Rona.
Vessel.
I found out that I need to diet.
Okay.
And I need to diet very seriously.
Jeg kan ikke finde ud af min kamera. Sådan?
Your camera or your microphone?
Jeg vil ikke.
Go in here a little and then you do it that way. See? Now I can see you. You do like that. Boom, boom. So, I need to diet seriously. I mean it. I'm gonna buy some this Nubo powder that I can lose kilos on.
Også mig, se.
No, you don't need to. But seriously, that we talked about this many times. That you're gonna do something to make your partner fall in love with you.
But I'm always in love with you, skat. Ja, jeg forstår, hvad du mener, men... Ja, men... I think it's still how you want to see yourself. Because no matter who you are, I will love you.
No, that's not true. That is not true. Of course you will not. You fall in love with me because I'm me, not because I'm someone. If I change to be a violent fat idiot,
I know you will not be like that.
No, but if I did, you will not love me, right? You love me because I'm me.
Yeah, and I know because you will not end up to that.
Yeah, but you know that because I have certain standards. You know I have certain standards to myself. And one of the standards is that I can really see that I get too fat now. But right now here in Denmark is winter, and I'm just like, it's cold outside. It's dark the most of the time. It's super, super hard to come out and run. And so, but I can just see that I really need to diet.
You're being member to this... what is this? Membership in fitness.
Yeah, but I'm not really using it, right? Because it's dark outside, and I'm like it's coming home late, and so I really need to do something. I really need to grab myself now and do something about it, because else I get fat, and it's not what I want to be. And we have talked about this, that about also that you sometimes says that you're fixing yourself, and so, and it's important, right? Because you want your partner to fall in love with you always. So
Yeah.
I remember I was yeah.
I'm afraid to hurt you when I say something like, oh, schedule training. Sometimes you say, yeah, man, Pescaga, yeah, child. Also, no, you say it. No, I'm saying that to you. You like contra. You think totally of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's why
that
sometimes I'm not repeating it because your reaction.
that's because because you're hitting me, right? Because it's hurting. Because I know, and I know that I'm not doing good
I don't
enough.
know what other way I can say to
Nah,
you.
you can probably not. It's just me who gonna grab myself and do something about it because it's not good enough. But we talked about this, about doing something out of yourself that is important, that make your partner fall in love with you. You know that I once was married to someone that when I get divorced from her, she said, "Oh dear, then I need to do to make something out of myself again." I just think that really hit me, because that's probably proving one of the reasons why we not was married anymore, right? Because you need to do some effort in your marriage to try to make that partner fall in love with you.
Yeah, marriage is everyday work. You need to work it every day. It's not just like you married and then that's how it is. You've been married. Of course, having a relationship is work, working of it every day. I hope my grammar is correct because
Mm.
sometimes I translated Danish to English. Oh,
But how do you work our marriage every day?
um, for me, when I taking care of you, when I'm making food to you every day, I feel like not duty as a not really duty as a wife, but I feel like I am happy to doing that, and I know you're happy when I do that to you,
Yeah,
and it's big thing,
extremely.
and it's big thing for me when you always say that you're enjoying eating the breakfast that I making to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That what makes me more do it every day.
Yeah, I understand. But that is really important to try to invest something in your marriage, right?
Yeah.
I also thought of something else the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That you come from Philippines, I come from Denmark. Why do we never talked about where we're gonna live? There was just from the beginning that we're gonna live here in Denmark. How can that be?
Yeah, it's a good question.
We never talked about it. There was just like, yeah, of course we're gonna live in Denmark, and Denmark is a lot more functional country
Mm?
than Philippines, of course, but also cold, and there's one of the world's highest taxes. So
I can live to Philippines. Can you?
yeah, I think so.
Ah,
But on that time where we both have a kid, and we also have an ex partner who gonna see that kid.
mm-hmm.
Later on, your ex partner died, so there's no one
Mm.
who have, what do you call it, miss your daughter, and or have any rights to see her. So now it's much easier. But we from the beginning was just, yeah, we're gonna live in Denmark, and that seems
Yeah,
weird why we did that.
because maybe in my mind I'm not thinking that because in Philippines it's mostly often that when you get married you live where the boy live
Mm.
po something like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
That's why when I get married to you, of course I need to like move to you because you're the boy. I don't know. That's why I'm thinking that
Can you
time.
remember what your mom says when you told her that that you found a Danish man?
Yeah, I don't know if my mom or dad or one of my sisters said if uh, what is it? Are you sure you're gonna get married? You don't know how to cook.
Yeah. But you don't know how to cook Danish food.
Not only Danish food, but because when I was growing up, my mom always took care of us, making all foods. And then when I take my petty university, I've been live to this apartment where we buy everyday food outside. So I'm not used to like cooking food. That's why even here now I'm not often make food. That makes me also worried.
Um, yeah, but it just hit me why we didn't discuss it. We just we just we gonna live in Denmark, and I think it was the right choice, no doubt. But it was just weird that we never discussed it.
Because I told you my thinking is that in Philippines when you get married, you normally live where the boys live.
But how can it be that when you met me and you were willing to go to Denmark, but you didn't have any clue of what Denmark was, and you didn't search anything? It was your one of your oldest sister, the most responsible sister who searched about Denmark. You were just no, you didn't know if a warm and cold or whatever it was about Denmark was about.
Yeah, I really don't know. Only I know in like big country America.
Yeah, but why didn't you search anything?
Because I just trust you. And which is dangerous when you're dangerous person.
But you didn't know if you're gonna go up to a country who was warm or cold, if you have ice bears running around in
Because
the
I'm not
streets.
because I'm not come to that point that it will make seriously that I will come here. I mean, you just invite me and then you said it's summer and then I said okay summer. When it's summer, I'm thinking okay summer, so it's warm.
Do you remember when you come here to Denmark, and there was the meaning that you're gonna live here, and I said we were gonna go out and buy you a jacket as some of the first things, and you said no, I have a jacket. Do you remember what you had?
Yeah, it's just equivalent sweater here in Denmark.
It was a thin
I don't know.
sweater, and it's just for people who don't know the Danish winter. I can tell you that is today it have been minus 3.5 degree and wind, and it's icy all over. The snow, and it's really really cold. So you really need to have you'd have jacket and pants and everything.
Yeah.
Extra pants and so, because it's just really 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 super cold. So you have no idea what you're going up to.
I really really don't know. I just watched that. Because when I see this film with this eyes and everything, they're not having this big thing jacket. They always have this leather jacket, and I feel it's not so cold. Maybe I'm not really thinking about it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why I'm not? Yeah. Before I'm not thinking of it. It's just
But
now.
was it just because that was the kind of person you were, or was it? Do you think if any of your friends, girlfriends have met a boy in Denmark, would they have checked out the country, or I mean, is it something you didn't do, or is it something that any Filipino would have done?
I really don't know. Maybe it's my personality. Like when we travel, I'm not used to like, boss, where are we gonna go or something like that. I just follow.
So
When we travel, you always like guide me. Come here, come here, come here. I just follow where we're gonna go. I think that's my personality. Like when we just walk in the city, sometimes there's some saying to me,
okay, I'm gonna tell the audience here that you are actually not stupid. You are a very intelligent woman. So that's not because you're just naive and blank. You're actually quite intelligent.
mm,
But Rona,
mm,
if we have chosen to live in Philippines, how do you think our life would have been?
Me, hopefully, I still have a good job. Not like Denmark's high equivalent of money, but I can say I will have a good job because I've been finished to my
What about me? What would I have done in Philippines?
maybe you enjoying taking picture of all this Islam area. Islam area. What is in English? Islam area.
This slum area,
Yeah.
that's a dumpster area.
Probably.
Yeah, but I don't think I can make a living out of that. That's
Alam, maybe you make company which is you good at.
mhm. And I must say that when you move here to Denmark, I would think that it was a huge jump for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been a huge jump for me. But it
Yeah.
actually looked like that you were quite. That was just so natural for you.
Yeah, because when I was a child, I'm used to like moving like weekdays I'm studying school, and then weekends I go to my grandma, and then we're selling in this supermarket some shrimps or some seafoods, and then back again, and then when I get college I moved to Manila with my sister. We live there in apartment.
Yeah, but it's different to move around in Philippines where you can see your family to move to the other side of the planet.
Yeah, but I think it's my personality. Like, I don't know if you can say it, I'm sterk, best sterk.
Strong.
Yeah, or some not like. I always look some other perspective that I will not just stay here. I need to do something. I believe.
Okay, so when are you gonna move?
In universe, I want to be astronaut.
I ask you when you're gonna move.
When? I don't know if I pass Miss Universe astronaut, but it will not happen, so I will not.
I think
Mm?
I think it was more like that you have taken that decision that now you and I are gonna be married, and so it was super natural for you. There was not discussion. It was just that's what you're gonna do, and therefore it goes very easy. You didn't think there was other possibilities.
And I trust my decision. And
Yeah,
then
really. But I also think if I gonna move to Philippines and gonna move take my daughter with me, been a huge thing. But you go there and we was down and pick up your daughter and bring her here to Denmark, and she was just integrating like 3 months. Then she speak Danish.
yeah,
Everything that you and your daughter come up here. She's now my daughter also, but everything just goes super easy and smooth. And I don't know if just no doubt that both you and your daughter is extremely survivors. I think it can bring you anywhere and you will survive. Especially Jana.
yeah.
She's really a survivor. I mean, if anyone says, "What will you bring to an island to survive?" I will bring Jana because if I just keep on with her, I will survive because she's a really survivor.
I really actually don't know. I'm not. When I move here, I'm not. When you ask now, I just suddenly, oh yeah. But on that moment, I'm not really thinking about it so much. It's just, yeah, okay. So move forward, something like that. I'm not like, oh, what I gonna do? Or how if it's suddenly wrong? I don't know. I'm not really. I don't know if it's weird or it's bad thing.
It's not bad at all. It's just it's the opposite, if anything.
But you just like make me realize that, oh yeah, why I not feel that way? Why I not thinking that way?
Yeah, I think it's as you said, it's many parts. It's one thing that you take the decision, but also that it was so natural for you that you're just gonna move where the man was living. So yeah, but when you move here to Denmark,
Mm.
I experience what do you call that? Like people, because as we talked about in the last podcast, we see some old man with young Asian women, and I have like this that people thinking weird about me. I mean, people really think how do I board you, right?
I cost $1 million.
Yeah, but really
Sure.
honestly, people think that
Every-
there's a catalog where you can find the women in, right? That they don't believe that they pure love, right?
I really don't understand why people think that way. Is it because how if it's been opposite, that I'm the one who live in Denmark and you're the one in the Philippines? Are they think the same way?
No, that's weird, right?
Yeah,
That
and
if you see a old woman with a young boy, you just
it's
think
okay.
you just think, okay, wow, this is good.
I really don't understand
You're
that.
good at that, right? But if you see an old man with a young woman, it's different, right?
Yeah,
Weird, but
how if I'm the one who live in Denmark and you're there and then I suddenly get married to you? Are they gonna think that way to you? I mean, why they always like this? Is it because your country is richer than?
yeah. Because you no
Have
doubt.
they know what I've been up to? What my life before? What my life
But
that I give up to Philippines?
you may be also a little different because you have a good education, you have a good job when you go from
Yeah.
Philippines, educated engineer and so and but and many who come here to the Western world is people without no education and so and that's people just think weird. I think also have something to do with the Asian culture because when I can see when there comes someone who gonna repair something in the house here or anything, you are so shy, so you're just hiding behind and looking out, and people thinking, oh, he just have her as a slave. She's not allowed to come out. But so I'm
Yeah,
asking you to come out there and
you
so I'm
always
talking because else people thinking bad of me.
yeah I don't really understand also that way. Have you also think why you always just think your culture? Yeah, because of course I'm here in Denmark, but I have this also culture that we are shy, not because, but of course I need to accept that. I need to come to that because I live here. I need to adjust to the people value here, that's how they think. That's why I need to because I cannot just say to them, the one who come to the house, nah, I'm just here because I'm shy. I cannot say that. They just many
But
things.
is it also, isn't it nice to be able as a to come over that shyness and actually move out and say something and express your feelings? Is it not also nice to get rid of that shyness?
Yeah, it's now and it's good also you saying that because now I can say I get more uh confidence, and I think it's um I can say that I can do better. I can do some. I can I can do more to myself because before I'm just shy. I'm afraid to make failures. Now here, it's okay to have failures. It's okay to say something what you mean, and it's all normal. If you just say some,
The only thing that's not normal is not to say anything, right?
yeah,
Better
they
to say
that's
something and be wrong than not saying anything.
yeah, but it's opposite in Philippines.
Yeah.
That's why
But that's the whole Asian culture, right? That you're not allowed to make any failure. And if there's one thing I will say that Denmark get rich of, it's our capability to make failure. I mean, to make failure is what make us a rich country. And you say, why can you do that? Because if you allowing yourself to make failure, you are allowing to do more things, to invent things. If you're gonna invent anything, you must be able to make failure because the most of the times you will fail until you after 1,000 tries, invent that thing who works. I mean, that's how the light bulb get invented, right? You try 10 times,
Million
10,000 thousand times, and you get wrong, and you say, "Oh, I just find 10,000 ways not to invent a light bulb," until you find out how to do it. And that's the problem with the Asian culture, and I don't quite get why you're so shy. I mean, you can come into a shopping mall, and if there is a karaoke, what do you call that? Where you sing in?
Yeah.
Every Asian will just run in there and stand up and sing with all the power they can. But the moment you come here over to them and say hello, they get. They're not giving meaning.
Yeah, I know that. It's just.
Do you think it's weird?
I've been living here in Denmark for almost 5 years, and then I can say, okay, yeah, yeah. Why not? Why not they do that? Why not? Yeah, that gives meaning.
Here in Denmark, foreigners from Denmark, all combined, people who come here to get married, to work, or refugees, it cost 36 billion.
Per person? I love it.
At all, right?
Okay.
But if you see on the Asian side, it actually, we earn money on that. I think it's 3 or 6 billion we earn on the Asian people. If you look only on Philippines, it go to zero because the Philippines you're not educating yourself, you're just hardworking, but that's in low paid jobs. So you're not cost Denmark anything. But the Chinese is the one who's skyrocketing.
They're very good in business.
Yeah, they're earning money to Denmark, no doubt.
They have many also money to invest.
But it's just sad that more of the Filipino, I mean, if you look at the Filipino who come here to Denmark, I mean, if I remember right, it's 98% of all the Filipino who come here to Denmark is women, right? There is almost no men who come, and it's only boys who come with their mom or something. But it's super, super sad that the Filipinos who come here to Denmark not educate themselves more. I mean, when you come here to Denmark, your husband need to pay for everything because you not have a job in the beginning. You just go and learn Danish and so for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, so why do they not continue? Why do they need to go out and work right after? Why not invest that 2-3 years more in education and then get a good job, good life, and better money? I don't know why.
Yeah. There's many reasons I've been experienced. First, one of the reason maybe is they helping their family in Philippines. Maybe they have been like breadwinner.
But I also do that when the man pay for everything, right? I honestly think it's many of the Danish men who wants them to go out and earn money so they can, and it's just sad, I think.
It's been this should be, there can be also reason for that that they have, their husband is not supporting. Also, it's also, I know Denmark is very, they have free education, they have allowance when you go to school, but it's just when you come from Philippines, even you study, and then when they gonna see the value of your education in Philippines and here in Denmark, it's just sometimes it's just 2 years of university, so it's like you need to start again, and it takes more years before you earn money or before you find job. And of course, if our culture in Philippines is like, we like or we love to help our family in Philippines. So if they can find work to earn money, they grab it, because Philippines is called like a hardworking people.
Yeah, all Asian is, right? But so you don't think it's the Danish men, you think it's the Filipino women themselves.
That's why I told you they have many reason. It could be also reason that they don't have supportive 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 husband that uh, uh, how can I say it? That
Yeah, help them and support them in that they're gonna
yeah.
do take education. So
As a husband, you need to push your wife. Oh, study. You have a lot of opportunity here in Denmark, and but of course, sometimes maybe it's there's economy. Maybe it's. Of course, living here in Denmark is so expensive. So you need to balance all your
yeah, and you're right
luxury.
about that. There's of course that if you not have that many money, we are pretty
How about
lucky, I think, right? Because I have a pretty good job and earning pretty good money.
and I'm not shopping girl.
Yeah, that's also you are actually the one. You are. I'm the one who earning the money here in the house, but the moment I earn them, I give it all to you,
Yeah.
because you just find out that you are so much better than me to handle money. So I actually transfer everything I have in my account every month to you.
So I can use all money if
Yeah,
there's more money.
you could actually, because I don't check, I don't know anything about
Yeah.
the use, but
He
you
really
are.
trusts me on money. On money? Of money. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're just much better than me to do that. But it's interesting also with money that most Filipinos send something home to the family, and actually the Filipino economy could not run around if not have all this money from outside countries. Um, but also many different meanings from the husbands if they should do that or not. And
Yeah,
I think I have been pretty supportive all the way, right? I
yeah.
mean, I it's you who come and says, no, 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 we're not gonna. They're gonna do something themselves also, and I say,
Yeah.
but it's hard to live down there, and
Yeah.
so, but there's many different meanings if you're gonna send something down to Philippines or not. And for me, it just mean that yeah, it's must be super hard to live there, and
Yeah,
in
because
that
you've been there.
yeah, all the husbands that we know have been
Yeah.
there, right? And uh,
And
it's
it's good thing my family they are not like demanding me to send money or like oh
there's also cases that the Filipino family have
yeah.
cheated, right? And suddenly they
They think that when you've been married to a foreigner, they will think that you have a lot of money. The good
and you
thing,
also you have a lot of money compared to them, right?
yeah, but of course you need to
But it's
have a
also
living here.
yeah, it's super expensive to live here.
Like it's like when you value the money in Philippines and here, the money that we earn here is only enough to live here in Denmark. But maybe if
Yeah,
you're
but there's
very good in saving money, then you will have extra. But in Philippines, the one that you're earning, it's only like equivalent to what you're gonna use for that money.
yeah, but also here in Denmark we don't need to save up to hospitals and
Yeah.
schools and roads and so, because everything's free. We
Mm-hmm.
paid over the tax, and yeah, we pay. I don't know how almost 50% in tax, right? So,
Mm.
but all by all, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's also the reason that um, there's a family in Philippines that they really think that to their daughter or something here in Denmark that they need always help or something. Yeah, that's why I'm lucky in my family. It's not like oh send me this. That's why I'm just like helping if I have or it's most especially to my mom. So, but of course
But
you cannot also say because sometimes uh yeah the of course there's many family in Philippines that is not enough money. That's why maybe the family here in Denmark send money in Philippines. Yeah.
um, but are you ever sending money without telling me?
No.
No, because
Sometimes also you said because now I'm just sending you give me the money. Also, we just say you can just send. But mostly when we're gonna send of course we will not say money. When big money, I always said it to you, and you're the one who send it online.
Mm.
Yeah.
We have recorded for 37 minutes now, Rona.
Really?
And I wanna add a little story in the end here.
Story. What is that again?
Yeah, do you remember when I was you and I we found out that we're gonna be married and so, and you said, "Oh, you need to go and ask my parents permission. That will be respectful." And in Denmark, that is weird. But I just think, okay, if that's the way you're gonna do it here, of course I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna respect the way you're gonna do it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I go to a house where the whole family was was there.
My brother-in-law is there.
Your
almost all
sisters
them.
and your brother-in-laws. And here you're gonna say that you have 9 siblings.
Yeah.
That
9
means
siblings.
you are 8 girls and 1 boy.
I'm number 7.
Yeah,
I can just say the number. I'm number 7.
So there was your. I don't think your brother was there at that time. I see him the second time come down to Philippines and so. But they're sitting, all these boys and all the women was just looking at me, not saying anything because they was too shy, and they were just running upstairs and they don't want to talk with me. So then the boys are gonna talk with your brothers-in-laws, and then your dad was too shy to see me. So he was running around for 45 minutes out in the kitchen and not coming into.
Just looking in the door like.
Yeah. And then in the end he come in and then all these boys come. I think it was 3 bottles of whiskey, and says, "Okay, now we're gonna find out if you are worthy to come into the family." and we they begin to drink. And I mean, first of all, I am pretty much bigger than them. To the small Filipinos, and I'm come from Denmark where we drink all the time. So what did
I
it go?
really don't know also the time.
2-3 hours, and then all of them sleep, and I was the only one who's sitting back and looking at them.
There's some who sleeping in the car outside. There's some sleeping in the couch, and
And I was sitting just and looking. So
and my dad is so drunk, and then just keep on talking English. When my dad is drunk, he always.
Yeah, the problem is just that your dad could not speak English. so him talking English was pretty fun. He keep on saying to me, "Jacob, Rona Joy, my son." I said, "I really hope she's your daughter, not your son." But it's a nice operation. They've done a good work. So, yeah. But Rona, thank you for doing another podcast with me. And for all you who have seen this, thank you for watching. We are very, very thankful that you're following this. It's fun to make. So we're looking forward to see you next time.
Thank you.